This video is brought to you today by Ghost Tags. This is my own company that I started because I wanted a glow-in-the-dark AirTag case. These things are awesome. You can stick them on your backpack, on your dog's collar, and you will be able to find it at night. We've got two colors, blue and green. They've got great reviews. Go check them out. Links to them down below. Now on to the video. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Slim and you're watching Slimothy TV. In this video, I have kind of an interesting one for you. I'm going to be giving you a quick overview, not a full review, of the Oura Ring. Now, I just got this a couple weeks ago and I've been giving it a shot because I'm tired of wearing smartwatches on my wrist. I want to start wearing real watches again, like this one here or my G-Shocks, Rolex, Omega, all of them. I want to wear a normal watch again. And that's very hard to do if you also want to get your constant heart rate and activity and everything that you're doing throughout the day. Sure, you could be 2-watch McGillicuddy and just wear 2 watches. I've done that. I've been that guy. Honestly, I hate to say it, don't be that guy. It's a weird feeling. People call you out all the time, not in a bad way, but they're like, oh, why you got 2 watches on? It gets annoying to have to explain it. And then it also feels redundant. Like at that point, you start thinking to yourself, why am I even wearing the dumb watch? Because this one tells me the time and does more. So it kind of gets into a bad cycle. So I said, let's break that cycle. Let's get an Oura Ring. Let's try that and see if it can gather the same data that this Garmin can. Now this Garmin is a Garmin Fenix 6S Pro Solar, super, super advanced. It gets really good data. And that's one of the things I immediately noticed with the Oura Ring. It didn't feel like it got as good of data. And this is expensive. This ring right here cost me $300 for the ring and then $5.99 a month for this subscription to be able to use the data and to access your data, which I think is a complete ripoff and kind of a scam, but I digress. I'm giving it a shot. Here it is. Oura is never going to sponsor me since I just said that, but do I absolutely hate paying subscription fees to access my own data? Yes, but will I probably keep doing it? Honestly, yeah. Unfortunately, I probably will because I really do like the fact that this has kind of freed me from these smartwatches. Now I'm wearing both right now because I'm still comparing data, but let's take a quick peek at the app. I mean, the ring is pretty self-explanatory. I don't really need to show you much. If you're looking at getting one of these, get the Heritage. Don't get the new Horizon or whatever. The old one, the Heritage, it's $50 cheaper and it has this nice little flat top, which helps you center it because you want that flat top to be at the top at all times. Whereas the Horizon just has a tiny indent at the bottom to let you know that that's the bottom. So that one's perfectly circular too. So it's really hard to have it always lined up. Definitely go for this cheaper model because it's the same exact thing. It just looks a little different with the flat top, which I think looks better. And it helps you keep it aligned how you want it. So definitely go for this older version, like 100%. Don't get the new one. Unless you want the rose gold color, but that thing's like $550. Anyways, I digress. Let's look at this app. Right here, you can see my activity for the day has been absolutely horrendous. I've been working all day, but inactive time, almost 9 hours. So it calls you out on this bullshit right here. You can see I hardly did anything today because I was basically sitting at a desk making money. So if I scroll down here, you can see my heart rate, and we're going to compare this to Garmin for sure because the way it collects heart data, I don't like it as much. The Garmin, I noticed, takes, where'd it go? Oh yeah, it's on my wrist. This takes your heart rate every 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes, it's pulling my heart rate. This thing does it every 5 minutes, and then it condenses those 5 minutes into a 30-minute segment. So if I kind of click and hold, if I open this up and I hold on this, I can see 10 to 10:30. My average heart rate was 59 to 74. That's not super helpful to me. Like Garmin's is way better because it tells you your exact heart rate at any given minute. Now, most people probably aren't as, wanting to know this data as I am, but I just want it to look accurate and be correct. This to me doesn't feel as accurate. You can see it's kind of all over the place as well with some of these readings. I'm not sold on the heart rate during the day, but during nighttime, you can see this is super accurate. I mean, 49 to 50, this is within 1 BPM. I like that. But during the day, it's kind of all over the place. I don't like that. You can drill down into these and see more about your sleeping heart rate, daytime heart rate. But honestly, I'm sorry, right now I'm leaning towards the Garmin. I like it better. But for sleep stuff, I think the Oura is a little better. I'll tell you why in a minute. So this is just your main page. You can click up here to see your battery percentage, which seems to last pretty well. Now this is just a pro tip. If you guys have an Oura Ring, if you want to keep your battery in the best health possible, they don't say this explicitly, but from other lithium ion batteries that I've used, if you want to keep it between like 40% at the lowest and like 80 at the highest. So I try to keep it around 60 as much as possible. So when it hits about 50%, I'll put it on the charger that day when I'm in the shower and take it off when I'm out of the shower. And that 10-15 minutes gets it juiced up plenty, like maybe 70, 80. So it's perfect. And I don't like to wear this in the shower anymore. It thinks I'm doing an activity because it's hot and my heart rate apparently goes up in the shower. So I don't even wear it in the shower anymore. Plus heat's bad for the battery. So screw that, no need. Just a pro tip. Man, I keep digressing. Okay, let's go down here. Last night, apparently I did really well. Gave me a very good readiness score. My sleep was pretty good. And yeah, let's go to readiness right here. Now this is where I think Ōura shines. They take your body temperature, resting heart rate variability, and respiration rate all into account here for your readiness. And these are all very important. One thing I love is the body temperature. So if I go into portrait mode here, you can see this is my daily temperature, and it doesn't give you the actual temperature, but here's the trend. So take that as you will. It doesn't really mean much right now, but if I were to get sick, I should be able to spot it on here first. But right now everything's looking good. And if I was getting sick, these would say like, look out, to keep an eye on it, but everything's looking very good here. So yeah, no issues right now. Sleep also looks good, except for REM sleep. I've had a hard time getting that up. So I don't really know what's going on with that. REM sleep, I can't get it to do that well. And I don't drink caffeine or anything like that. So I'm not sure why it's so bad, but it gives you a lot of insights here. And this is stuff that Garmin doesn't even give you, some of this stuff. And then if I wanted to drill down even more, I click on like time in bed, and I can see how long I'm in bed for, going over the days, the week as an average. And I've noticed that it's actually pretty correct on when I go to bed. Like I just lay in bed maybe for a couple minutes, and when I wake up, it's pretty accurate, and the movement is also super accurate. So I am very pleased with the sleep data. I think it's very good. Also, another pro tip, you can click up here on the today view to get to a calendar view to see which days you got a crown. So that's just kind of a hidden Easter egg, because most people are not clicking up there. They're just kind of scrolling through here. So yeah, just a cool little Easter egg. Let's go to activity. Probably pretty abysmal. Yep. Now here's the thing. When I'm doing an activity, like let's say I'm going out for a walk, I will wear this. I will either wear this or I will take it off. It doesn't really matter. I use this for activity tracking. I do not trust this one yet for that. Almost every review I've seen online says that this is not good for activity tracking, and I'm inclined to believe it. This is super good with it. It's got its own GPS built in. This is what I use because I try to keep Bluetooth off on my devices at all times. In case you didn't know, the iPhone emits a crazy amount of EMF, like off the charts, when Bluetooth's on, so I just keep it off. This emits a tiny bit, but you can put it in airplane mode if you want. This doesn't emit very much at all either, but I keep Bluetooth off on this and I sync it up like once a week. So with that in mind, activity, this is gonna show pretty bad because I don't use the ring for that. However, this pulls from Apple Health. So here's what I do. I go for my walk outside, I wear this. I can also wear this, but I wear this and I track it. Then when I get home, I stop it here. This syncs to Garmin. Garmin syncs to Apple Health. Then I open up Ōura and it pulls from Apple Health. So it pulls all my data from Garmin. So it's perfect. It actually works great. So this can actually pull all my walks, all my runs, everything I do outside. It can pull it straight in. So I really like that. You can see a couple days that I actually did go outside and did some activity. But the other days it says, bro, you suck, you're a couch potato. Somehow I'm healthy, but I really need to do something about this. And this really wakes you up. I knew I was sitting a lot all day, doing work, but I did not know it was 13 hours of inactivity in a day. That is insane. That's really bad. So that's got to change. I got to do something about that. So I really like that it's a wake up call, because most of the time you're not thinking about, oh yeah, I sat at my job all day, but I probably got up a couple times. Yeah, sure, but it's not very much. And then there's the Explore tab. This is just guided meditations and stuff that you probably won't use that much. So overall, what do I think of the Ōura? It's a love-hate relationship. I hate having a subscription fee just to access my own body's data from this stupid ring. I think that this should be $300 and that's it, because you're going to have to upgrade these every 2 years anyway, because the battery is tiny. It's going to go out. It's going to be crap after probably 2 years. So I don't understand. That's basically a subscription fee already. I'm going to have to spend $300 on a new ring every couple years. I don't know why I'm also paying $72 a year or $5.99 a month, whatever, for accessing my own data. That pisses me off. I don't like it, Ōura. You need to change that back to how it used to be with no subscription fee. But I have to say, it is pretty nice to be able to wear regular watches again. Now, one issue. Ōura has no half sizes. So when you get the sizing kit, it's all just, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, blah, blah. There's no half sizes. So this ring, you can see it's kind of loose. I mean, getting it over the knuckle is the hard part, but I felt like sometimes it can't get a good reading. And during the day, you'll see these dots like this where it can't get a reading. That's annoying. And that happens a lot. Today, I wore it on my left ring finger and it fits a little more snug. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know that I wear a different ring on this finger, high school ring, but I think that has shrunk my finger a little bit over the past 12 years that I wore it. So I'm trying to figure out the ring situation here, because The sizing is just not ideal. They need to get half sizes in there, and then it would be perfect. But anyways, Ōura, right now I'm giving it a thumbs up. I'll do a long-term review probably later, and I'll go over more data because I'm still recording with this one to try to compare. It's very hard to compare heart rate data from a sensor that senses every 2 minutes versus one that's every 5. It's just different data. So I'm working on it, guys. Stay tuned to the channel if you want to see more. Right now, I like the Ōura Ring. I think it's a good buy. It's expensive, but it is what it is. If you like the video, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.